All right, back with the Crash Culture Podcast. So, I'm curious to get your takes, Sherard, on skin bleaching in the black community, because I know you come from one of the countries. Is Jamaica a country, or Jamaica's a country? Yeah, you come from one of the countries where skin bleaching is a big thing.
Epidemic.
It's a very big epidemic. I was just gonna say a big thing, but you want to call it an epidemic?
It's an epidemic.
All right. Well, like, where did it all start? Who started the skin bleaching in Jamaica? Because you know that became popular over there before it became popular in the States.
Honestly, I couldn't tell you who started it, because a lot of the time you hear not rappers, but artists talking about them bleaching them skin, and when the artists that put that in their music, then you see the people say, oh, they like the bright skin and all this other stuff, and they want to change their skin, they want to get lighter, and they start using all kinds of different creams and bleaches and stuff to lighten up their skin when they're naturally dark. And at the end of the day, when they stop using it, their pigments go right back to being dark. So basically, I can't tell you who started it, but I can tell you, like,
who's the prominent artist that does it? Who's the prominent artist?
They follow a lot of things. The Vibes Cartel, he big on that. If you look at him from before and after.
You say the word boss.
Yeah.
The world boss is the bleacher man.
As Movado put it, bleacher man.
Bleacher man. Hey, but remember when they had that rap battle? Didn't he have a rap battle with him? Like, what was that called again when they had them rap battles and shit?
Man, it's more like when they go to different.
No, I'm talking about the one that we watched. We watched them.
That was Sting.
Sting?
Yeah.
What's Sting?
That's like how you would say a concert, kind of, in a way. It's a concert, but instead of like people singing to the community, like the people, they sing, like, make diss tracks, and they would face off.
Who won Sting?
Man,
out of Movado and Vibes, who won Sting?
Man.
Who won Sting in that year?
I don't want to say.
When they brought the coffin out on stage. You remember when they brought the coffin?
I don't want to, because I'm a Movado fan.
Oh, so you gully.
But I also like the Gaza, so.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? So,
man,
I'ma just.
I hate this, man. Y'all gotta make.
I'm neutral to it, but I feel like Movado made it more tracks. Not more tracks.
So you gully.
Yeah, I'm going with the gully side.
Yeah, I feel like gully. Cause, bro, that was when I was first around y'all, and that's when I first got introduced to, like, Jamaican artists like that real big. And when y'all played that shit and I seen that shit, I was like, damn, them niggas really, I don't know what the fuck they saying, but them motherfuckers was going at it.
And you see the people in the crowd, they into it. They want to hear what's next, who coming back. Harder shots, you know what I'm saying?
And it had like a whole crowd, like a concert. It was a concert. Sting is a concert.
Yeah, it's basically that, but it's more for diss records and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you know, Jamaica is one of the countries with, like, the biggest parties that go on. But and they have a party, like, what is it, every weekend or every day?
Every weekend. It's every day. It's basically, Jamaica's like college. Every day is a party. You just got to know where to find it. But weekends, you know exactly where to go.
Because they got multiple ones.
Exactly.
And they big
parties.
What you think about them motherfucking them Jamaican dancers that be diving off of roofs onto people's shit and be humping the girls in trees and shit?
That's some wild ass shit.
That's wild even to you, right? God
That's
damn.
some wild shit, but hey.
What about the aftermath of that?
Man,
do these people really be getting injured and hurt?
Girls really like that in Jamaica. I don't know what it is about that shit, but they be into that shit.
But do they get injured?
Not really, no. They be hurt, but they don't be injured. There's a difference.
So they don't really get, like, bruises and maimed. Anybody ever like broke their dick?
I don't know.
I would think that these niggas
I don't know too much about
they gonna break their crotch or some shit like that doing that, bro, because they be jumping from some heights.
Yeah.
They be getting on,
they
man.
They be climbing up on top of giant speakers, the street speakers, like,
yeah.
And they jump off that shit. They be jumping off rooftops.
Man, them
jumping off trees.
bruh. This shit crazy, bro. That shit is crazy. I love Jamaican women, but at the same time, don't ever if we at a party, don't you ever expect me to do no shit like that. I'ma sit my ass down and drink. You could dance your ass right in front of me. A couple of my exes hadn't done that. They had to dance in front of me.
Back to the bleaching, yeah. I presume it to be an epidemic because all that to me it seems it promotes self-hate.
Yeah,
that's all that.
Yeah, it definitely does. But you know what I'm gonna say about this too? It has now branched from there and branched into different black communities worldwide. Jamaica made it popular. I can say that. I can say that without fail. Jamaica made it popular. But a lot of black communities have now adapted that because it came over to the States. I know, and it was real big in the States, and it still is today. So it's funny how one island can have a big impact on the world like that in certain respects.
And to be fair, I really feel like it's the tourists that go to Jamaica and learn about this shit and bring the idea back to the States.
Yeah.
Because if it was simply just in Jamaica alone, a lot of people would never hear about it. Or family members will be here in the country and go home to visit Jamaica and be like, how come you gone from this shade to this shade? And you find out they bleaching and what kind of chemicals they putting on their body and what they using before they take a shower and after they take a shower to lighten up their skin, and come back and do the same thing, spread it all around like wildfire.
You know what else too is crazy about speaking about self-hate. One thing that's always been crazy to me is the self-hate within the different communities about how Jamaicans don't like Haitians and how Haitians don't like Americans. I think that's a big thing too in the black community.
To be honest, when you hear that song, I'm a Zoe.
Yeah.
That song, from what I learned from some of the people that I know, and it's not really that they don't like each other. They all come from third world countries to better themselves here in America.
Yeah.
And the meaning from what I learned behind that is they come here to hustle. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're basically...
But both cultures do. Both Jamaican.
They have that one title, Zoes, but it's more related to Haitians because it comes from them. But they put that like in the song from what I heard and what I learned from people that talked to me about what the word means. It comes as people like immigrants basically coming from third world country, more likely the Caribbean countries, coming to America to better themselves.
Yeah, but then you could say that about almost a lot of songs that come from Caribbean artists. You know what I'm saying? That's promoting them to get better. How many dance house songs they got about promotion of them becoming better and hustling and making their life?
More times than not.
Come on.
You hear those type of songs, they're talking about going back to Africa.
Yeah, they even got I'm blessed. Remember that I am blessed. I wake up. You know, they got a lot of Caribbean songs that promote positivity in those respects for their different communities. But what I'm talking about is the cultural divide and why certain black cultures like
it's the
with strong heritage.
It's the younger generation.
Yeah.
I learned that because my mom have a lot of Haitian friends.
Yeah.
And I have Haitian friends as well. And I know my mom said...
Oh, wait, now. You got to tell the truth now, because I know y'all didn't... You have grapes.
Yeah.
You didn't even told me some things now.
We done encountered with them people across the street, when we got in the shootouts and shit, but you know, that's how that shit go. But we do have Haitian friends like Jay, like Zay, all them boys.
Yeah, of course.
So, therefore, and I know some other Haitians, but at the same time, like, I'm not trying to, like, as I get older, I get wiser, and I'm not trying to generalize them with them, because I know there's different people.
But when we was younger, it was a younger thing, bro. Because I remember the first time I heard the word Haitian, I thought it was a joke. I thought it was funny, like somebody was saying that, like picking on somebody.
When we was in elementary,
When we was
that
in,
was how,
that's when I was in middle school. I
when
thought
was in
somebody was picking on somebody.
I heard a whole bunch of things.
I thought somebody was picking on somebody. It's just like a person from Timbuktu or the Boondocks or Swahili or something like that. Like I heard that and I thought it was funny, but when I learned it was actually like a community and a culture and an island of people, I was like, oh, okay, so that's what that means.
And what I learned from what black people call other black people Haitians to degrade them.
Yes.
Just like Americans and Latinos from different cultures will call, if they don't like them, they'll call them Mexicans because for some reason
from Hispanic speaking
countries they frown upon Mexicans.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's basically like they're calling them the lesser.
Yeah. And then in response to that, other third world countries call black Americans Yanks.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're not gonna just absolve everybody of blame here, all right? Now I didn't been called Yank a million times. I won't even say shit. I'll be like, "What's up, my brother?" Yank. I'd be like, they be like, "You Yanks always used to pick on me," and Haitians and Jamaicans to say that to me too, and I'd be like, "I used to pick on you? I don't remember me picking on you." You know what I'm saying? So it's a big old thing like that in self-hate in the community, and it does start with the younger generation because I see that the older generation doesn't do that.
As they get older, they have more responsibilities and more things to focus on than hating on other people.
But do you feel like this too? I feel like this too, that people that come from the islands or the Caribbean, when they come to the States, they know they got to work to get their green card. They got to work to get their papers. They have to put in so much hard work. And then they see the black Americans and they think that we have it easy over here.
Privileged.
They feel like we're privileged. Yeah. And so they feel like they have a certain arrogance level to them because they think we have this certain arrogance level to us.
But what they don't understand, and I try to explain this to my mom too, and as she gets older, she starts to see. Mm-hmm. Where she came from, yes, we understand third world countries are rough, but in America it's not easy.
No, it's not.
It's nowhere near it.
And that's what I try to explain to a lot of Caribbean people, that they got to understand that.
More so, it's not easy for black people.
And black, exactly, that's what I'm saying. In black America,
and when you come from a different country and you're black, it's just as harder.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So what my mom and I, when we try to reason sometimes, reason is something we do, but what we call talk.
Build.
You feel me? Like, hash things out.
Yeah.
But, like, when we reason and we talking, like, we come to understanding, like, everybody that like, my cousins, they just come to America. And, for instance, Tajay.
Yeah.
He come here from Jamaica.
Yeah.
And we tell him certain things he's not supposed to do from things she should do. Mm-hmm. And we've been telling him for a while now, stop hanging out with us group of people. They're not your friends. Mm-hmm. And long story short, he end up in a shootout at a garage, car garage, with him and his two friends, and two of them got hit, and now he's locked up.
Yeah. Being
that he's not completely a citizen, he was brought here on papers because his mom is here and been here. You know what I'm saying? She's always been here. So basically she filed for him and they brought him over.
And do you feel like that gives a black mark almost to immigrants coming from those type of countries? Does that give them a black eye, like, in a way? Like, it's gonna make it harder for the next one.
It's always making the more. That's what, and from what I see, it started from Obama and a lot of things. But when I look at it, they see it that way. Like, if these immigrants keep coming and committing all these crimes, they're gonna basically spoil the apple. One bad apple spoils the bunch, basically. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So basically, that's how they looking at it. Mm-hmm. And they feel like every immigrant is gonna come here and do the same shit.
Yeah. And the funny thing about this whole thing is, I be trying to tell people this too. Niggas, black people, not niggas, but black people, black Americans, they had this struggle for many generations over here. All right. And it's not like when the white people look at us, they say, oh, like when they find out that you be Black American, they be like, oh, well, you niggas ain't getting no money for slavery. You can stay here, but stop complaining. You know what I'm saying? And then they try to group all of us in together. We all one. That's what I'm saying. But at the same time, the Jamaican community has their own community. They have their own cultural ties and stuff like that where they can link with their brothers and help each other out. The Haitian community have their own cultural ties where they can link with their brothers and help each other out.
What you don't understand is, as African Americans, y'all have that too.
No, we don't.
You do.
No,
y'all
we don't.
just don't go back to it.
No.
Reason being, look at how when as you're talking about slavery, look at how they all used to bond together just to survive the harsh times. Look at all the time they used to come together just to make it.
I'm talking about modern times.
I understand that, but that's what I'm saying. Y'all's always had those traits. People just forgot about them because they're more focused on what they need, what they believe they earned, or
they're more focused on the material stuff. That's what I'm saying. Now, more modern times, back in those times, yeah. Back in the 70s and the 60s, yeah. But now in more modern times, Black Americans have gotten away from that as to where when Haitians and Jamaicans, they have kept to it.
Of course.
They have stuck to it. That's what I'm saying. It's a disconnect in that part, in that department where that connectivity, that stick togetherness, and that, okay, we're going to all band together and we're going to continue to rise up throughout
like that until
it's not.
And that phases out until you hear about police brutality.
Yeah, once police brutality come up, once Trayvon, everybody back together for about a week.
Yeah.
About a week. Black Americans come together for about a week.
But that's the thing. And from what I see, this is why I try to part myself away from politics, because everything is wishy-washy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can't be on one side and not have opinions about the next side.
Yeah.
And you can experience one thing from being your race and experience something else that somebody else didn't. That's why when they tell me fuck the fuck the police and all that other shit. Like, my sister's a police officer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and she's
I
a
can't
good
do
cop.
that shit. Yeah, you're right.
She's
a good cop. She don't bother people. She does her job, and she try to have fun doing it.
And live her life.
Right. She'll laugh with you. Just don't. And it's the same thing. Like, she's like me. Just don't push certain buttons.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you. We'll try to get you out of a certain situation easy. You feel me? Try not to.
But she's one of the few good officers.
That's the thing. But everybody once they see the badge and the uniform, she's automatically the bad guy. Because of what
they've done to the Black community. When they see dreads and they see tattoos and they see beards, they say the same thing.
But that's not everybody. That's the thing. That's
I know
that's
not every police officer, but that's not every Black person either. They have those traits.
For me personally, when I was growing up, I've had my encounters with police officers.
I'm pretty sure we all have.
I haven't. I used to get her jump out. Used to come through. Listen, they know where I live at.
Yeah.
Soon as the phone pick up 911, they right at the front yard because they know my house.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They come here too frequent.
We used to have a lot of parties.
That too.
Yeah.
But when we walking down the street.
Yeah.
Walking down the street, they see us, they'll pull up on us. We coming off the school bus, they'll pull up on us.
But remember this too. At that time, when they was doing that all the time, that's because they knew that it was a good population of youth in the community. They knew that at that time.
Yeah.
And they had just built that police station down the street, so that's why they was coming over here fucking with us all the time. I remember when they lined us all up and took pictures of us and everything.
They did that shit behind the church.
Yeah, behind the church. Yeah. They did all of that stuff.
At the same time, they still always come around. They see us walking. They'll try to stop by, give us good advice, try to make sure we're doing right. You see what I'm saying?
That too.
So at the same time, you experience the bad, but they're there for you got in the long picture. You got to understand they're there for a good reason.
But that's only speaking on our encounters with them. In other communities.
Like I said, I encountered, like when I was in California 2 years ago, I literally pulled over. Like I was driving because I was fucked up in my head. Like I wasn't on drugs, no nothing. Just I was
a lot on your mind.
I was so mad to the point like I I needed to take a drive, and I went to a drive. I went up the mountain, the hill, pulled up on a dead end road. I pulled over on the side. It was a dead end road. I pulled over on the side in the grass, killed the engine, and I just sat in the truck thinking.
And then the police came up.
Police pulled up behind me, knocked on the door, but I was so gone in thought, they thought I was on drugs.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I hear them banging on the window with the flashlight, with his taser drawn, and then
It was a nighttime when you did it?
It was during early morning.
Oh, early morning. So it was still kind of dark.
No.
It was bright outside?
It was like 9-ish, 10-ish o'clock.
Okay.
So like they knocked on the window. Then I started. He's like, "Do you have any drugs or weapons in the car?" I said, "No, sir. You can check the truck. You can search me. I have nothing on me." He is like, "Step away from the vehicle." Next thing you know, 5 to 7 more police cars pulled up. Then they try to, they grabbed me. I said, "Listen here. I told them you could check me. I don't have nothing on me. I have no drugs. I had my sweatpants on and my sweatshirt. And at that time, like when I spread my legs for them to check me, my pants fell. So I was literally in my underwear out there."
That's some crazy shit.
You see what I'm saying? And they still had to tase me 3 times. And while tasing me, slam me to the ground. It took 5 of them to do that. You see what I'm saying?
For what?
For sitting on the side of the road.
For in the car, sitting on the side of the road. And you know what was funny too? One time, me and Aunt, I was locked outside of my mom's house, and me and my white friend Aunt was over there. He was trying to pick the lock to get in the house because I told him I was locked out. And I walked around the house to start, and I had on, and everybody in the neighborhood knew I lived there. They knew what I looked like. We was living there for like 15 years before that. And they walked around the house and stuff. I walked around the house and stuff like that. He in front of the house trying to pick the lock with the key card. They pull up. They just drove into the yard out of nowhere, slammed on brakes, 3-4 cars deep, hopped out of the cars, and laid my ass on the ground. Get on the ground, get on the ground. Screaming at me to get on the ground. Screaming at him to get on the ground. So me and him both lay on the ground. Aunt, you can ask Aunt this, bro. True story, bro. I'm laying on the ground. They digging through me in his pockets and shit like that. I keep telling them I live here, I live here, I live here. They say they not listening to shit I got to say. So they finally asked for ID. I then gave him my wallet. He took my ID out of it. And then he looked at my ID, seen the address on it was the same address that I was sitting at, still kept me on the ground, picked Ann up and started asking them questions. And then after they had confirmed with the chief came and he seen my ID and he seen that I lived there. They felt like they could have probably got sued. That's when they was like, okay, here you go. Well, somebody called on you. Have a nice day, and left. So they do that, bro. They fuck up like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
there's a lot of human error with police.
Yeah, that's why I did that. But that's my point.
But that's due to their biases
Right.
Sometimes. That's due to a lot of their bias.
That's my point. Like, I've encountered both sides.
Yeah.
But I still won't label all police the same.
No. You can't, because everybody's not the same
Exactly.
at the end of the day.
But that's.
All right, we're back with the Crash Culture Podcast Show. I'm curious to learn some of your ideas on this too, because I know you have strong opinions about this. And I didn't tell you about this topic before we recorded it, so I wanted to get your live thoughts. What are some of the benefits and drawbacks to being multiracial in America? Like, say, for instance, our friend Devo and whatnot, and his brother Fuzzy, and a couple other multiracial people that we've encountered, like Rebecca and Levi and shit like that. What are the benefits and drawbacks? You think, what some of the benefits start with for them being multiracial in America?
Well, being that they seem white.
Because they look white, right?
They look white.
Yeah.
They can get away with a lot of different. But Levi was given a certain amount of chances.
Yeah, because he looks a little bit like he could pass for a light-skinned black guy. So that's why he was given a lot of chances. But at the end of the day, they was like, all right, come on, nigga.
This is over with.
It is over with. And JJ looked like a white guy, like a fat white guy. So he got away with a lot. But and then he really never did nothing. Rebecca looked like a pure white bitch.
That's a white girl all day.
Yeah, all day long. All day long. So she could always pass for that.
Yeah.
But our friend Devo, one moment he was into the hood with us and stuff like that, and you thought he was gonna go along the lines of being like a nigga, and then out of nowhere he flipped his head and turned Pepe Le Pew, Brad Pitt on the nigga, and Now he making that big money. You feel me?
Well, money changes people.
Yeah.
Well, money don't change you. It just bring out who you really are on the inside.
Yeah.
That's what
but
it
no,
is.
no. He was never really like supposed to be that. He was a good kid.
Dio was always a good kid. He never got in trouble. Not that we knew of.
Yeah.
And when he hung around us, he was always straight. He smoked, yeah, he still does that. He still hang around the fellas because he's
from time to
you
time.
see what I'm saying? But now he making so much money, he able to take flight wherever he want to go, whenever he want to go. So, I mean, it's not really like he changed. It's just he got more.
He used his superpower.
That's it.
His superpower is that whiteness. He just walk in there, they looked at them, and they was like, oh yeah, he looks like Brad Pitt. Oh, come this way.
And the crazy part of it, I found that I believe he's German.
He's German?
Yeah.
His mom's German, but his dad's black. His dad's a nigga.
Yeah.
Trust me. But the drawbacks, some of the drawbacks, it's only going to be socially. You're going to have some of the drawbacks. If he tells, like, when I found out that he was multiracial or biracial, the drawback to that is kind of like you can have a weird treatment from the black community.
You get a weird treatment from both sides.
Exactly, but
both sides they don't want no for like back in races.
When you tell them, see, if you never tell a white person, they'll never know, and they'll treat you like you're a white guy. But if you tell them that you're half black, half white, then all of a sudden you get that treatment from them.
Of course.
As if, you know what I'm saying, like, yo, you disgust me. You know what I'm saying?
Mixed breed, they don't want to know. And that's the thing with the KK. They said they want only pure white-blooded.
Mm-hmm. But even then, if you go down the bloodline and the generations, they not even pure white.
They're not pure, but
you know.
And a lot of them scared to find that out, which is why they have that ideology to just fake blonde hair, blue eyes, like neo-Nazis.
Yeah. And even then, bro, like I say, bro, them genetics come from somewhere else. Probably like in Asia, somewhere else on the other side of the world that probably is more associated with black. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's weird. It's weird. But in the modern culture, what happens is society puts labels, and once society puts labels, and then they define those labels to be something negative, then all of a sudden that's when you get that hate and you don't understand where it's coming from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And in that case, I feel like those are the drawbacks that attack biracial people or multiracial people.
Which is why you should always have your own mind, your own conscience, and know what's right from wrong.
Exactly.
Stop following the crowd.
Exactly.
A lot of things people follow today, that's a big influencer in today's population and today's people and kids is fucking social media.
Yeah, social media is a real fucking problem, bro. Social media, that's another thing I want to talk about.
Biggest influencer in today's
I feel like everybody is socially acceptable levels of insanity. Would you not concur with that statement? Everybody is socially acceptable levels of insanity. Would you agree or not?
I would.
Okay. And the reason why I say everybody's socially acceptable levels of insanity is you have to be some kind of insane to have a phone in your hand the majority of the day, or a computer. A phone is not just a phone anymore. Right. It's a computer, okay? You have to be some level of insane to have this computer in your hand every day. And this computer was given to you by a company. Every company that is in whatever country that it's in, the government has some stake in that country or some interest in that company, okay? So the government is going to do some type of regulation where they have some type of control over them in some way, all right? That's just giving you the backstory where I think about these phones. Now, for you to think that you have any control of them, you know how some people, turn my location off. I don't want the government knowing exactly what. And then they call 911 and then they hang up the phone and they wonder how 911 got there. I had my location turned off. You see what I'm saying? You have this highly sophisticated piece of technology, and you mean to tell me the main use that you use it for every day is for pictures? Pictures. That's what you use it for every day. It be so much knowledge out there in the universe. You can use this tool to learn about all of that. I mean, they have a information superhighway. They have a search engine that literally searches you anything that's on the World Wide Web across the world any time of day.
And the dark web.
And the dark web. Okay. And you use this motherfucking device for pictures. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if a caveman, or not even a caveman, imagine Albert Einstein with a phone. What were the things he would be able to accomplish with a phone? A genius level intelligence with a highly sophisticated piece of technology. We wouldn't know, because guess what? They're the ones that keeps inventing this tech. They're the ones who keeps putting out the new ideas and innovating, okay, and giving it to the masses. And the masses, for the most part, don't do anything with it except for use it to connect with each other on these social levels, not to build anything better, not to make a better society. And this is why I'm saying they're insane, because they're not doing it to make a better society, but they're doing it to tear each other down.
That's it.
And that's why I mean, like, when you got to be
the latest technology, latest shoes. It goes
goes
beyond the phone with that. It goes, as long as you got money, you can afford the best things in life.
Yeah.
And
it goes down to people's morals at the end of the day, though.
That's all that is. And
because your morals, think about it. Your clothes don't make you as a man, but everybody feels like your clothes and the things that you have to show people is what make you a higher human being.
And who's promoting
it's
that
classism.
Stuff? And who's promoting that stuff?
The companies.
Social media. Everything they find, these rappers and these rich people have, and they flashy new cars, new shoes. They post it on the, I want that. I'm going to get that. I'm going to find the guy that got money. You get me that, or a girl.
So I was wrong. It ain't the companies, just them alone. What I was saying was the companies in terms of promotion and advertising, they promote it. But on the social level, you're right. The rappers and the athletes and all of the guys.
They have that bling and they're putting it on social media. People that follow them and
they
see
eat
what
it
they
up.
have, they taking it in, and I want all of that, and they want all of that, and they become they're the influencers to these people.
And then not only that, it affects so many other phases of life. It, like we talked about last, relationships. It affects that, because it tears down relationships, because now a female or a dude will be posting on his Instagram about how much jewelry he got, how many new cars he get to get a bunch of different females, and he already got a wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the female will be posting the ass shots and titties out and all of that stuff and got a husband. You know what I'm saying? And then they got all these DMs of dick pics in their inbox.
And vice versa.
And then they getting all this hell at home, and they wonder why. America has one of the highest divorce rates in the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we had an all-time high of single parent homes, not single father, single mother homes and stuff like that, because of people just going with whatever is happening now.
Right.
And
not looking towards what's gonna come of them in the future. And I heard one girl, and I was shocked that a female said this, and it was coming from her aspect, and she said, why us females see these men and want all these things from these men, the finished product, but we're not giving them the best that we can give them. Mm-hmm. I said, this girl got an idea.
Mm-hmm. That girl's smart. Then not only that, they not giving you the best that they got when they want the finished product, but they also don't want to be there when you working.
Right. They want that. That's the thing. They want the finished product. They don't want to be there by you side by side. They don't want to help build you. They don't want to help build with you. Mm-hmm. They want what you have at the end, which is why I say these rich people. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna say just the athletes. I'm talking about rich people in general, because most of the time these rich white kids or rich black kids, their money is inherited. So when these rich people go showing off their money, you see what I'm saying? And as you said, a lot of them don't have what it called. They don't have the sauce. You feel me? The game. They don't have it.
No,
it's what they own.
They just
you see what I'm saying? A girl would want whatever she want if a guy can afford it, and she know he can afford it. She gonna throw herself out.
It's modern day prostitution in a way. It's modern. That's why I'm saying that's another level of insanity. That's what I'm saying.
Relationships can't last off of that. Never did, never will.
That's another level of socially acceptable insanity. I think it's insane because females are looking at somebody that had something before they met them, and a lot of it, and expecting them to take care of them for the rest of their life and love them and care for them.
I've seen two separate people, a man and a woman, work hard. And a lot of the times, if you go back and you go look at these older generation, they'll tell you they met each other. They both worked hard for what they have. And they came together and they built each other. They was in love with each other. They liked the ambitions that they had. They wanted to build off of that. You see what I'm saying? That kept them going forward, and
it kept them together.
That
grind kept them together.
The more they pushed, the more they got, the better they became, the stronger their relationship became. You know what I'm saying? They lasted longer, and some of them, for one of them was married 57. They still married. You know what I'm saying? 57 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And today, if you look at it, probably the longest relationship you'll see lasts on average maybe 3 years.
Probably. Sometimes 5.
You see what I'm saying?
Modern day relationship. That lasts 5. That's why I said, bro, last episode, I said, bro, if I see another motherfucker post that, I married my best friend, I'm gonna fucking scream. I'm gonna fucking scream, bro.
How long they been friends?
I'm sick and tired of that. They not friends, bro. Bitches don't be friends with motherfuckers when they ain't got shit and they trying to get something in life. All right, they ain't friends with you when you trying to get something in life.
They friends with you when you got there.
They meet you. They meet you when you on the cusp of getting what you got. And once you're on the cusp, it's just like that movie Acrimony that your brother loves so much. Rashad, shout out to punk ass Rashad, who couldn't do this episode today because he was incapacitated for whatever reason. I don't know what the hell going on with that nigga. He went
on a date with Chelsea.
Yeah, he went on a date or something like that. But we ain't hear from this nigga. I ain't hear from the nigga.
I called him and he answered.
Yeah, I've been. But you know how he go. You got to run the show must go on.
Right.
You feel me? So yeah, man, I didn't see it all when it comes to this, and they expecting the world out of dudes when they're not there for the struggle. You know what I'm saying?
And they're not even there to even like emotionally to support the dude. Nope. Sometimes you want to come in and you just want to have, like me personally, I tell my girls, I just want somebody that's going to be honest, loyal, trustworthy, and faithful to me. And everything else will come its way. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what you think about black girls?
I mean, I don't have no opinion about
How many black girls have you dated?
None.
You haven't dated any black girls?
I've never dated any.
So that's not your preference?
I mean, like I said, I don't really...
Why do you think that black girls exhibit more of this behavior? Because we know the main culprits of the behaviors that we're talking about right now.
Yeah,
I think it's a lack of knowledge itself.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a few black girls growing up I had a crush on, but because I didn't fit the standards that they wanted, or I was more to myself, kind of like shy or fucking not a hard ass trying to show off all the time. You see what I'm saying? Like,
you didn't exhibit those bad boy characteristics or extroverted characteristics.
I didn't want no part of that. I wanted to do me. I've encountered a lot of bad, like tough guys. You see what I'm saying? With the asterisks, tough guys. You know what I'm saying?
With those air quotes.
And the girls would like those guys. But because I was by myself and didn't really talk to people and stayed to myself, and if I let the girl know that I liked them, they thought I was weird or some shit. But other than that, I had a few black girl crushes, but other than that, like, I've never dated them because either I was never given an opportunity or other things presented itself.
You seen behaviors in them.
Right. I seen things that they wanted. And I actually, honest to God, I did a survey in high school. Mm-hmm. I went to, because I was kind of like, I had my name known. Mm-hmm. Because it was more.
Because of the football.
Not only football.
Because of the size in the football.
I beat up people in middle school.
Yeah, but you was a very large man.
Yeah.
Even in high school.
But it wasn't that. More, it led because I beat up some of the biggest guys in the middle school that everybody was afraid of or looked up to. I beat them up and it followed me to the high school.
Can't whoop me.
It followed me to high school. So, like, I actually did a survey. I think it was 10th grade I did a survey. And I asked majority, like, probably all the black girls in my class, what do they want out of a guy? What qualities do they want from a guy? And literally about 80%, maybe 80% of them said dreads, light skin, sell drugs, have tattoos.
Wow. Isn't that fucking crazy? Isn't that fucking crazy that you said that you asked this survey in high school?
I actually wrote this survey out and passed it around class.
Let me say this. Isn't this crazy that you said this survey when you was in high school and the females still to this day, even grown-ass women.
That's what they after.
That are in college or have graduated from college still exhibit the same type of behavior and is still looking for the same thing. That's why I say socially acceptable levels of insanity with people, because they will continue. People, we like this. We all in the rat race.
And they won't learn from the mistakes they've encountered.
We're all in the rat race, all right? We're all in the rat race of life, trying to make a better life for ourselves. But a lot of people doesn't understand how the decisions you make and how you shape your perspective based on stereotypes of things that you have an infatuation with. It's not necessarily that you feel like this is good for you or it's beneficial to you long term, but you just have an infatuation with it because to you think it's cool or you think it's sexy.
And this also brings back the topic we had. It wasn't on the podcast. It was more like a little talk we had on a side where me, Rashard, and a few of us, we came together. We were talking about, we keep hearing about the Russell Wilson, Sierra, and Future business. Yeah. And this kind of mixes in, basically tops it off in a way. Like, if you look at it, and this is what, and you can generalize this for the females of the black community, or the girls that want to be black. You go for these type of dudes. They give you the hints. They give you the signs. They tell you. They make it known to the world that they're this type of dude. But you feel like you have that willpower to change him. You go to that guy, skipping out on the guys that could have treated you better. You see what I'm saying? Might not be the cutest guy or the guy that had the most money at the time, but they have something to offer, something that's genuine, something that's real. And you go for these guys, you pass up all of that, get with this guy, get pregnant. Next thing you know, you have the kid, fallouts.
And he dipped.
And then he dipped, gone to a different women. You know he's doing this because it's been known for him to do it. And you think you could change him, and he's not changing for you because you thought he would change, and he never told you he was going to change. He never gave you any sign that he was going to change. Yeah. But you believed it in all your heart that you had that power to change him. And all these signs that was given to you, you ignored them. And then next thing you know, you come back running back to the good guy, expecting him to fix your mistakes.
Man, when the good guy says, oh no, hell no, ho, you got to go.
All of a sudden, all niggas is the same.
Yeah, all niggas ain't shit. Because of the mistakes that you made.
Because the mistakes you made.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. And the mistakes that you continue to repeat, because they don't just make the mistake one time and
no, they continuously make it. And and it's not, I'm not gonna say it's only, from what I experience, it's more black girls than any other race, but I see it in the Spanish community as well. They're following, they act like they're not black, but we all know they're black. they're feeding into, because they follow the rap artists, they follow everything y'all black people do. They treat white people like black people treat white people for the most part.
That's more so like the Puerto Ricans, Dominicans and stuff like that. If you met a Brazilian person or a Cuban person, they swear they not black. So
they call them all gringos.
Yeah, but
you see what I'm saying?
Exactly, but
they all talk down on. But anyways, that's beside it. But I see it coming more into their communities as well. So, I mean, for me, like I said, I never dated any black girl because either the opportunity hasn't presented itself, but now it's more of attraction for me because, like, I noticed, like, going back and forth from school, like, we was talking earlier, like, I don't have money. I'm not rich. Far from it for now. But at the same time, they seen something. The same girls that I went to high school and elementary and middle school with, all of a sudden, they want to hang out, they want to talk, they want to chill and be around me more. Never, ever when I was in school, they ever wanted that. You see what I'm saying? So the game basically changed when they see that you're doing something.
You trying to have something.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and they didn't already fucked up what they got.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like I say, man, it's all socially acceptable levels of insanity. And men, we do this same shit too. We're looking for who got the biggest ass and the biggest titties. We're looking for beauty. Nah, for the most part we are.
I'm looking, like I said, I told her, she has to be attractive. Anybody is going to want that person they're attracted to.
Of course.
But me personally, if they're attractive and then I can match the qualities that I want with that, I got.
How many Instagram hoes you DM?
Honestly? To be honest. 0.
How many Instagram or Snapchat hoes you DM? How many hoes you DM on Snapchat?
I snapped a few.
Okay, it's the same damn thing, nigga. Knock the fuck off. Knock it the fuck off, all right? Like I said, I had to go to your app. Once I find your chosen app, nigga, I got you pegged. You crazy as fuck, bitch. You gonna tell me you ain't Instagram, bitch?
I don't want to.
I DM Rihanna just one day out of the blue. I DM'd the ass. I said, let's go half on a baby. I didn't DM some females I know I ain't had no chance on.
I ain't none of them.
I DM some females I don't have no chance in fucking with. I just be DMing my ass. So I say, you never know. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
I did. It was one Russian girl. One Russian white girl.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's not like I don't have a chance because she comes to where I work, so she the one who gave me her Instagram. And she started following me and started talking. She started talking to me, so it's not like I don't have a chance. It's just I'm not putting the effort into it because I know what type of person she is.
But this is the thing too. Us men, we're looking for things out of women physically, and they're looking for things out of us financially. And like I said earlier, it's the modern day sex trade, okay, or modern day, basically like prostitution, modern day prostitution. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's really insane that everybody can see that what's going on and nobody want to change it. Nobody want to try and, actually have some morals and values about themselves.
All they're doing is promoting it more in these rap music.
Yeah, all we doing is following and listening to it more. You know what I'm saying?
That's why.
So it starts.
Old school rap.
If you don't buy it, they don't make it. That's how it go. If you don't buy it, they don't make it. If you don't listen to it, they don't rap about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's when we come to an understanding with that's how we get shit done and that's how we change the world, then maybe we'll start having more positive change, actually, in reality. All right, back with the Crash Culture Podcast Show. I want to get on the topic of a little white rapper named Tom McDonnell. Okay, I've heard about this guy Tom McDonnell now. I want to say about 7, 8, no, not even 7, 8, probably like a year and a half. I've been hearing about this guy Tom McDonnell.
This is honestly the first time I'm hearing.
I know this is the first time you're hearing about him, but my homeboy Noah told me about him. Another homeboy named Rod told me about him, and another one, Longway, that was on the podcast last time, he told me about him. And they was like, man, Joe, just listen to him. And each time they both told me about him, Noah told me about him, I played his video, Sad Rappers. I was like, the fuck is this white boy trying to tell me about rappers in the industry? He has a message now. He was speaking truth about what they were saying, but I was like, you don't get to tell me about that shit, bro. You don't get to tell me about that shit and then try and profit off of their type of styles and their schemes and their auto-tune and all.
And if you're going off of that, you're not listening to the message.
Yeah, I'm listening to the message. Like I said, I gave him props for his message. His message was true. In every rap video that Tom McDonnell has, he says truth, okay? But this is the thing about Donald Trump, and it's funny that his last name is McDonald, okay? Because Donald Trump says a little bit of truth in almost everything he says, but it's all the rest of that bullshit behind it. And the persona that he's presenting to you is bullshit.
But the difference between him is, with his truth in the rap video, he's actually being the person as you see him trying to be.
See, I should have never let you listen to him about why everybody hates me, because then why everybody hates me make you think that, oh, this is another reason why everybody hates him.
No, I'm not. That's not the reason.
Man,
it's not. I'm not saying that's why you hate him or anything. I don't know why you don't like him. I'm just saying,
I don't hate him. I just don't like him.
How he delivers the message.
Yes.
Basically is what you're saying. You don't like how he delivered the message. But at the same time,
yes, I can see that. That's why. That's pretty much why.
Exactly. But how else could he deliver it? You wouldn't be interested in it if it was country, would it?
I don't know, man, because Eminem, I'm pretty sure Eminem could deliver a message.
I understand it, but would you be more interested? Eminem is a rapper.
I know. That's my point.
My point is, if the way he delivers in a rap, you said you didn't like that feature about him.
No, I didn't like the way he's delivered. The way he presents himself is like these modern day rappers.
He's talking about them and more, but
that's contradicting himself.
He's giving the persona of him being a rapper and showing how to rap without influencing you to do these wrong things. Like he said in the other song we was watching, talking about how Rick Ross, 2 Chainz, and the other dude promote gun violence and drugs.
All right. And I wanted you to say that. I'm glad the fuck you said that, bro. I'm so glad you said that, because 2 Chainz, Rick Ross,
and they all went to school.
Lil Wayne, all of them went to college, right?
Yeah.
What he's not talking about is their communities that they grew up in. He's not talking about the trials and tribulations that they had to go through, the different markers in their life.
That's the thing, though.
He's only telling half the story. When he says that, oh, they all went to college and they're making you promote the drink and do all of this stuff and they're making a profit. Okay, first of all, the big companies, the distribution companies are the ones that's making a profit, and they're the ones, I'm pretty sure Rick Ross had some real solid shit to say. I'm pretty sure 2 Chainz, when he was Titty Boy, he had some solid shit to say.
We understand that.
But the organizations that's owned by these powerful white guys are the ones who push them to say these things, and these guys are trying to get out of the neighborhoods where they're from, so they gonna say, okay, I just gotta say whatever's hot to make a profit. And that's why they was saying, well, whatever's hot to make a profit. And that's why a lot of these guys rap about all of this bullshit. Do I condone it? Hell, fuck no. I hate these dudes like Lil Xan. I hate these dudes like Lil Uzi and the shit that they talk about, because they not talking about nothing.
They're not.
And all of the kids be like, oh, it's a vibe. It's a vibe.
That's
Man,
no
shut
vibe.
the fuck
stupid.
up.
That's what we gotta teach our the generation behind us.
Yeah,
we gotta teach them. There's certain shit that you just shouldn't listen to.
It's the thing about it though. It's like his music is catchy. It's like the Old Town Road. It's catchy. It's very catchy. Nobody listens for the words. Only reason why they know the words is because it's catchy and they get stuck in your heads, and he's singing it slow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the Old Town Road is actually saying something, so that's a bad example, because you could kind of relate to that. Like, you gon' you ain't got nobody, but yourself. You're a loner, and you're gonna go down to the old town road. So I'm really, that's a bad example to bring up, but I'm just saying,
Right.
in the sense that,
I know where you're getting at.
yeah, in the sense that it's catchy. But these younger rappers nowadays, they talk about like Lil Pump. Oh my God, I want to punch him in his fucking face. All he talk about is scudder and lean and all of this crazy, stupid, dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
And the more people,
that's an example of what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, and why don't you bring up a guy like that, a young kid that literally that's all he do? Rick Ross also promote entrepreneurship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Rick Ross definitely promotes that in the black community with him owning all of those wing stops with his big ass and shit like that. And he even talks about it in his music. So you
Checkers and Wingstop.
You can't talk about Lil Wayne probably don't promote it as much entrepreneurship, but 2 Chainz
about promoting fucking and drugs.
Yeah, 2 Chainz and Rick Ross especially Rick Ross that's fucked up for you to put him in that sentence.
That's what he said. I'm just telling you.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why.
But you're not hearing what you didn't finish. He said they're promoting all these guns and drug violence and stuff like that.
Nah, he wasn't saying that. He was saying
and they all went to college.
Yeah, and then he went on to cash more dispersions on them about them doing that.
Yeah,
but that's my point.
If you went to college and you know that there's a different way or a better way to.
But that's my point, bro. Rick Ross promotes a better way.
But so he don't put that in his
wrong
rap
for
music.
Yes, he do.
What does he put besides the Checkers and the Wingstop?
Bro, the man definitely promote entrepreneurship. One of the things about him before Nipsey died, that's why him and Nipsey used to fuck with each other, because Rick Ross, he used to tell him all the time, and anybody tell you in the industry, Rick Ross promotes that shit all the time. He promotes it all the time, bro. He promotes bettering yourself. Getting up from around a circle around you. You even talk about, like, remember The Devil Is a Lie? Mm-hmm. The Devil Is a Lie was basically a song of promotion, for you to understand that people coming at you talking bullshit and telling you what you can and can't do, but the devil is a lie. You gonna make that shit happen.
That was 2 albums ago? 2, 3
I don't know. That man dropped a lot of albums. And then remember, these niggas can't hold me back. These niggas can't hold me back. Come on now. Rick Ross promotes some real shit now. You just gotta listen. That's what I'm saying. He got some bullshit with that. Like every rapper got some bullshit. Yeah. Even Tom McDonnell got some bullshit. Cause I was just listening to some bullshit. You feel me? Before that, we was listening to that. If I Was Black, I was like, I told you, it's a slippery slope. When you give him room to be like, okay, yeah, he talking about some real shit. And then he talking about if I'm black and he wearing a black body and got on black face, I was like, hey, Tom McDonnell, slow your ass down. I know you like us. I know you fuck with us, but slow the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't like him. Like it's a slippery slope, and he's trying to make a statement because he got something to say. He got a message. He has a message that's true, that's valid. His message is valid and his message is true in a lot of respects. But at the same time, he's stepping on some other guys that also have promoted these positive messages, like Ross. Like I say, when he said that about Ross, that's what made me instantly like, yo, like, now turn this shit off.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But from what you're saying, what he's wearing, that's what basically just society is going off for now. Mm-hmm. They go off for what they see and not what they hear.
I'm telling you what I'm talking about. What I heard. I'm telling you when he called Rick Ross out his name out and said that shit. What he said about him, that automatically. Especially, I'm from Florida. One of the albums I grew up on was Port of Miami. When I was in high school. That was my shit. And like I say, I always check for what Rick Ross got going on. Like Florida Boy was kind of trash. I didn't listen to the whole thing, but Florida Boy, he had that. But the album artwork for Florida Boy was fire.
I got all his.
But that's what I'm saying. Rose he been doing his shit, bro. Ross ain't one of them niggas. You know, him with the correction officer and the 50 Cent beef and all of that shit, and him not really being that gangster that he promoted himself to be from the beginning. All of that aside, Rick Ross say some shit that stick in your mind, and that's real.
I know that.
And that's why I'm saying you can't call out one of the real niggas from the state where I'm from and think I don't fuck with you, white boy. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. No, my nigga, no. You got to make sure when you calling out these motherfuckers, you better make sure you do a thorough. I don't know if you saying it just to rhyme, but you use the wrong nigga. You better use somebody else. You know what I'm saying? 2 Chainz is iffy. I don't know. Yeah, 2 Chainz talk about a little bit of bullshit, but he funny. Lil Wayne, yeah, you can have that nigga. Keep him. Say as much shit you want about him. I don't give a fuck. Lil Wayne just put out a lot of mixtapes, and everybody like to consider him the greatest rapper because he started that lean generation. He started the mixtape Wheezy and all of that stuff. But Lil Wayne, for the most part, don't be talking about nothing. And his whole career has not talked about nothing since Carter 3, basically. And yeah, man, he can keep that nigga, but Ross, not out. When he said that shit, that's what pissed me off about that dude. And then as I went on to hear more, and I started to hear that, oh, everybody hates me, I was like, you goddamn right, everybody hates your bitch ass because you said Ross' name. And but that was just that one song about sad rappers. And from that song, that kind of shaped my opinion about him. And then it was like, okay, you got to blow me away with some Eminem type of shit. Okay, I get you.
But he don't have a nice flow.
I think Tom McDonnell reminds me a little bit of Joyner Lucas or Yellow Wolf. You remember Yellow Wolf?
Yeah.
He reminded me of Yellow Wolf a little bit.
You know who he remind me of?
Who?
Just how, not exactly.
Even with the looks, he remind me of Yellow Wolf.
Not exactly,
Who?
but he remind me of Blueface.
No.
No flow.
Nowhere close to Blueface. Blueface has no flow because he raps all beat. Well, really, man, I need you to stop hating on my nigga Blueface. But and he raps off beat. He raps off beat, all right?
No flow.
And he raps off beat, all right? Now don't make me mop the flow. Don't make me mop the flow in your eyes and hide the wet sign.
The best lyricist out there?
Hell no. Nah.
He claimed that shit.
Blueface is just funny to me, dog. He funny, bro. I fuck with him because he funny.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? And then that song Bleed Him, I was like, okay, this is like some old West Coast shit. You know, like I said, Blueface, yeah. You know, like I don't fuck with none of the shit he be saying for the most part, but he got some funny shit. He got some shit you could dance to. He got some shit you could ride around and beat in the car and shit like that.
To the game.
Yeah, to the game. You know what I'm saying? Blueface is that type of guy, like, but he can even keep him. I don't give a fuck if he rap about Blueface. You can keep that nigga too. You can talk much shit you want to because his message ain't pure. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when he said that shit, that's what made me like, okay, this Tom McDonnell guy, the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then he came up with the I don't know, did he have a I'm Not Racist video? I don't know. I know Joyner definitely had an I'm Not Racist video. Yeah, I think Tom McDonnell had an I'm Not Racist video too, and I watched that shit too, and I was like, oh, shut the fuck up. This has been done already. This has been done. You know what I'm saying? My song killed the I'm Not Racist video. He killed it, and not a lot of people give my song credit. You know what my song is, right? I'm gonna let you play. I'm gonna let you.
Pound that then. Talking about slavery like you was around back then. Like you was picking cotton off the fucking ground back then. Like you was on the plantation getting down back then. Alright. I see a black man aiming his gun, but I'd rather see a black man claiming his son. And I don't mean just for one day and you done. I mean, you still trapped in.
Let me make sure this shit is doing what it's supposed to do. Nah, I think that bit had in. Yeah, but is my song nice or not?
It was smooth, but you said he hit on some certain things, and I basically agree with.
Like I told you about the companies and the distributors with the white dudes owning them, and they influencing the rappers to talk about that.
They can't influence the rappers if the music isn't selling. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Whatever the rappers make, people buy, and whatever they hear and like, they promote it.
But that's
they build off of it.
That's you.
And whatever is selling, whatever is hot, they're gonna keep. Okay, this is the type of music they like. You keep making that music, you're gonna keep making more music.
But that's you asking the rappers, or you asking a lot from the rappers to say, hey, listen, no, you keep your money. I'm gonna preach about a message that provides my community with something that's gonna enrich them and make them better and make the youth understand the path to the future. It's not only through drugs and gang violence, but it's only through positive change in making our community a better place. Since when has rap ever talked about that type of shit? Probably maybe like the very, very beginning the extreme beginning. It was talking about the hip, the hop, the hippie, the hippie, the hippie, the hoppy, the hope, no. But after that, nigga, no. Rap has not talked about that.
No, but rap was always based off of telling stories of what's going on in the community.
Of course. Of course. So, and
But-
that's what
but-
I'm saying.
but-
But you made my point. You made my
No, I
point.
didn't, 'cause
Yeah, you did.
Today's generation rap, they're not talking about stories.
Mm-hmm.
They're telling people they do this certain thing, you should go do it.
No. But like I said, you made my point,
Well,
okay, with the Tom McDonnell thing. We still on Tom McDonnell. Like I said, I told my homeboys when he told me, he was like, man, why you don't like him, man? Why you don't like him, man? He good, man. That made me talking about some real shit, man. Why you don't like him? And I told him, I said, man, listen, man, I'm going to dissect this motherfucker. I'm going to eat him a motherfucking lie. I'm going to show you why the fuck I don't really like what the fuck he talking about. But I respect his message, and I respect the way that he's delivering certain aspects of his message, okay? But overall, as a whole, I don't like him. And I don't like how he said that shit about Ross, okay?
So you're letting one thing eat you the whole thing up.
That song, that sad rapper song, yeah, you destroyed the song once you said that shit. It's like a female in the club. If they see a dude and they look down at your shoes and your shoes busted, turn off. Okay, that turned me off. When he said that, it turned me off. Okay?
But you're not a female, Joe.
Nah, but I'm using that as an example to illustrate how that one part of the song can completely destroy the whole song. Not saying it as I was a fucking female. Stop trying to be a smart ass, okay? You know what the fuck I meant.
I understand what you're saying.
All right.
But you can't let one thing bother you, Joe.
That bothered the hell out of me. And if I like a song, then I like a song. And it'll be few things that could bother me if the song was really good. The song was not really that good.
It wasn't.
Okay, so
But
I mean, all he got is that one thing.
It's the message. But I told
That's
you,
what I'm saying.
But I'm
and
telling
if you fuck up on any part of the message, then that means you fucking automatically it's
But
shit.
what I was saying is the flow. It's like, to me, it's basically like a Blueface.
It's not a Blueface flow.
It's not a blue. Hold on, let me do that.
Yeah. But yeah, man, like I was saying, man. Another thing what I don't like about Tom McDonnell. And let me sum up the things I don't like and the things that I do like. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Going back again, like I said, after he said that shit about Rick Ross on Sad Rappers, didn't like the whole song. Period. And started to not like him. And, but the flip side to that is, Tom McDonnell, to me, he has a flow. I know you say he sound like Blueface when he flow. A little bit. But to me, he has a flow.
In certain songs.
He can put words together. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, that's the basics for a rapper. Mm-hmm. They can put together a flow and put together words.
And have a message behind it.
And have a little message behind it. Okay. All right, we get it all. All right. But another part to it is his songs aren't that good. They don't make you really want to listen to them over and over again, per se. Maybe it's my first couple of times listening to these songs,
but that's usually how it is
for any rapper.
Rappers, there's gonna be like that. If you give
he's not an industry rapper. He's independent.
That's what I'm saying. Industry rappers, no matter what type of, even if it's bullshit, you gonna listen to it
because they already built their name and they already got their mainstream following. Yeah. And then they get the best beats and whatnot, and they make hooks, and they have people help them write them. So, yeah, I get your point on that. But at the same time, like, Chance the Rapper had that. He had a hit song without being signed. He was independent when he made it.
Rappers had.
Yeah, they make hit songs when they not signed. It's like, he don't got no hit songs for me to judge, like, what is his particular style. Compared to
expose the
industry. Well, not only that, but for him to tell people the way he is and why people don't like him. You know what I'm saying? Because he also talked about that. Expose the industry, tell people about why they don't like him, this, that, and the third. And then bring up controversial political topics like that. I'm not, if I was black, that's a controversial political topic because not a lot of people, white people especially, gonna say that shit. But I feel like Eminem kind of ruined it for him in a way. Because since we have an Eminem already, we have a white guy who grinded his way through the industry, took his bumps and bruises and paid his respect to those who came before him. Right. Okay. in order to get to the position he is in the game right now, and he's still not going to be considered top 5 all time. Okay? Best rappers of all time. All right? He's still not going to be the number 1. He could probably squeeze in the top 5 on some people's list. But on the real hip-hop aficionados, he's not. Okay? But as a lyricist, Eminem is probably one of the ones you can't touch in the way he puts together words.
Right.
Okay? But he could never be up there because his message is not resonating with the community.
Of course not.
That the gatekeepers of hip hop is black dudes.
Of course. Because
it came from us. This is our child. This is our baby. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it's gonna work.
And that's how it's always gonna work. So anytime when a white guy come up in the game, you got to pay respect just to even be respected in the game.
But that's the thing. You see how, and I'm not gonna say it started with all white people, but look at it though, and that's how it works both ways. People hate the fact that white boy rapper Eminem can't be top 5.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a black man's genre,
mm-hmm.
as to where country is to white people,
mm-hmm.
and
they hate that little Nas X can't be number 1. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But even before that, to go more deeper with it, white people hate that black people in America. But guess what? They needed us to build America.
Right.
So it goes hand in hand with that type of shit. Listen, black people don't start that type of shit with people. We want forgiving ass people. I remember somebody said we one of the most forgivingest people on the earth. Okay. But when it comes to our baby, our sound, the thing that makes us, hip hop is something that we created. It's something that we share as a cultural tie.
I understand that.
So anytime
we're the ones that's fucking it up.
Anytime that we have, like Lord Jamar said about Eminem, him being a guest. He's not a guest now in the house of hip hop. Lord Jamar was wrong about that. He's family, okay, but he's not mom and dad or grandma and grandpa. Okay,
he probably a little cousin.
He is a cousin or auntie or
yeah,
uncle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's not mom and dad and grandpa and grandma.
Yeah.
He's a cousin or uncle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's a brother or sister to somebody that was in the game.
Right.
He's not the dad, the father, or the grandmother or the grandfather. Okay, I can say the grandfather and the grandmother is African Bombada, KRS-One. All of those guys are the grandfathers. And the fathers of hip-hop are Biggie. No, Biggie. Biggie and Snoop. No, Biggie and Pac.
We're going to say the father and mother that would be like Grandmaster Flash and all them dudes over there, that era.
No, because Grandmaster Flash didn't originally start hip-hop. It was African Bombada.
No, we're not talking about them starting it.
I'm talking about the one, in order to be like the father or something, like you have to start some shit.
So how they grandfather?
That's what I'm saying. They the great grandfathers.
Now you saying a great.
No, but I thought you would know that. I mean, like many generations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like KRS-One, they grandfathers, Grandmaster Flash after African Bombada and all of them stuff. They was like brothers with Grandmaster Flash, like a brother to African Bombada.
And Run DMC and all that.
Yeah, Run DMC. Them like great grandfathers and shit like that. But like I said, Curtis, you can put Curtis Blow in there, but Curtis,
he's an R&B singer.
He's like a great uncle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then you have fucking NWA, which is not even like a rapper, it's a group.
Yeah.
But you have Ice Cube. We'll say Ice Cube, the lyricist, Dr. Dre behind the beat, and Eazy.
Yeah, they like fathers.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre is like a father in the game.
Yeah.
Like I say, Tupac, Biggie is like fathers in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like I say, Eminem, he can't be like a father in the game because he's not birthing the next generations of hip hop.
Oh no.
No, Tupac and Biggie, they birthed the next generations of hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
Because after them, guess what came? And they wasn't on that shit.
Who?
Tupac and Biggie.
So Game didn't come after?
We talking about Soulja Boy them.
No. Game and all of them guys was before Soulja Boy and all of them.
So Game them promoted dancing and shit?
No. He was before that.
That's my point.
T.I. was before that. But remember what hip hop did. Hip hop bounced around. Remember, it bounced around. I'm talking about in their different coasts. On the West Coast, who came after Tupac, Snoop, and all of those guys, okay? On the East Coast, who came after Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas, and all of those guys, okay? In the South, we have our own set of great-grandfathers and stuff like that, and what came from that, like T.I. and you know, that's what I'm talking about. You got to break it down in the coast. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't like, that's why I said you got great-grandfathers and fathers in the game and stuff like that.
I understand.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, and based on how high they are in the total poll, that's where you put them up there. You know what I'm saying? And only reason why we're giving like African Bambaataa and Grandmaster Flash is because they're the pioneers, the originators of it. You know what I'm saying? Run DMC's originators in the game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving nobody that's not like an originator in the game that father or great grandfather status. Right. You know what I'm saying? Probably the white rappers, Eminem is the grandfather of them. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't.
He promote like there's some like what's the dude?
They look at him and they say, "Damn, I want to be like that."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Machine Gun Kelly and Post Malone and all them.
Yeah. He looking at him. They say, "Damn, I want to be him." You know what I'm saying?
And Post Malone got some nice flow too.
Yeah, Posty has some nice flow, but fuck that guy because he said he's not hip hop. I'm not hip hop. I'm not a rapper. I'm like, what the fuck, bitch? You rap over trap beats and rap beats and you're not a rapper? I wanted to slap the shit out of him. And that's another thing about Tom McDonnell that I say that I don't like because at any given moment, he could pull that cultural appropriation trick that Post Malone pulled. Right. He can say, oh, well, I'm not really a rapper per se. Post Malone pulled that shit. Like, I was like, man, I don't even want to fuck with Post Malone no more. Mac Miller, I don't know if he ever got the chance to do it because he died.
He always stayed.
He was true. He was like Eminem, but he died before he got a chance to switch up. You gave Post.
Wouldn't know he was a switch up.
Yeah.
A lot of people wouldn't have known that because look, Eminem stayed true to it all the way through. Mm-hmm. All the way. He still ain't even done.
And Mac Miller got some songs that I like from him, but I never really listened to Mac Miller like that. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't listen. I didn't listen to him. Like he had one song that I like. It's like doo-doo, doo-doo.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, he spit on that shit. But for the most part, and then I heard another song from him today.
Played a lot of songs, shit.
I heard another song from him today where I was like, okay, he got a nice flow. You know who a lot of people don't talk about? MF Doom. I don't know if you ever heard of MF Doom.
First time, my guy.
Oh man.
First time.
It was a video I was seeing on Instagram today with like MF Doom and the RZA. And they was like, man, it was a fan-made video, but they was like, man, if you ever got these two on this same track, on this beat, they would murder. I'm going to play that shit for you. But yeah, this is after the Crash Culture Podcast show. And I'm signing off. Our friend Rob left us earlier for the day. Niggas tired. I got to edit this shit and post it. This is Sherard Johnson.
I'm here for the one time, and y'all might see me again. Holla.
Yeah, we got to link up with Rashad and fuck with him. It's Crash Culture.